Still full of running, and here's Götze! It's Mario Götze! It's Super Mario! He might just
32 teams,
for Germany!
8 groups, and only one of them could lift the cup. Who's gonna win the World Cup? Let's talk about it. I am Gabriel Gonzalez, and this is
Kick off. Just friends talking about football.
Welcome. I'm Gabriel, and I'm here to talk about the World Cup with Chris. How are you?
Hey, I'm Chris. I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And also I'm with Rami.
Yes. Hey, Gabriel. How are you doing?
Fine. And the last guest, Alex. How are you?
Good to be here.
Nice, bro. Nice. First, we'll start talking about the groups, because there's a lot of new teams that made for this World Cup this year. For example, Iceland. Do you know about other ones?
I can think of Egypt, Panama, Peru, maybe.
You know, I think Iceland might actually be a country with the smallest population to ever enter the World Cup.
Oh my God!
So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they did really well in the Euro Cup 2 years ago, maybe. Yeah, let's talk about the group with Egypt. He's with Russia, Uruguay, and Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
The other one is Peru. He's with France, Australia, and Denmark. I think it's a really easy group, right? Or not?
I'd be worried about France, I think.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna win or have good positions?
No, I do not, honestly.
What are your favorite teams in that group?
I don't know. Probably France, but I don't really know too much about the players from the other countries.
And Iceland. Oh, I think this is... Yeah. Argentina, Croatia, and Nigeria. What do you think, Rami?
Well, I think Argentina has always been on the top, but the most surprising country in the group is Nigeria, which has a tough competition, and also Croatia has been doing well the past couple of World Cups. So I think it's Argentina has the most chance, but I wouldn't surprise if Nigeria or Croatia will be doing good as well.
Yeah. Well, and also we have these new teams, but we have the best teams like Spain, Germany, Brazil, France. What do you think that is gonna be for them?
Well, first of all, before we get to the topic, the most surprising country in the World Cup for me personally is Egypt. I think due to Mohamed Salah, who's been climbing to the top of the soccer, is really dragging Egypt towards a good future. So I seen that we should add Egypt to the best companies in the world.
Yeah, right now they're really good. I think Salah is the best player in the Premier League.
Yeah,
right now.
he's starting to get.
And also in the Champions League, he's doing really good.
Frankly, I think he might be one of the best in the world at this point.
Yeah.
Making goals after goals.
What do you think about Spain? They have Portugal and Morocco and Iran, but it's easier, right? What do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be a walkover for them, to be honest with you. It's Morocco and Iran and Portugal. It's definitely going to be the top two, Portugal and Spain. I don't know. I don't think Spain will do that well, though. They're aging very quickly. It's not as spry of a team as it used to be 8 years ago. So we'll see. I think Portugal's going to top that group. Spain will finish second, and Morocco and Iran just do that.
And what do you think about Brazil, Chris? They are with Switzerland.
They've just been known forever to produce some of the best soccer players, So I think it's pretty obvious that they're gonna win in that group stage. Switzerland, Costa Rica, Serbia, they're gonna easily come out first, I think.
Yeah, probably. And what the other team, that group that you think is gonna be?
I'm not too sure. I think Switzerland will do decently, but Serbia, it'll come down to Serbia and Costa Rica fighting it out to see who ends up being last. I don't think they're gonna do very well.
Yeah. Well, Germany have a really hard.
Yeah, that's the group of death.
Yeah, Mexico, Sweden, and Korea. It's really hard. They have really good players.
Even Mexico's not that bad either.
Any of these 4 teams making round of 16.
They're really.
I assume Germany will probably do it, but you never know. 3 games.
The World Cup is in Russia right now, but let's talk about the Russian group. It's I think it's pretty easy. I don't know. What do you think about that, Alex?
Can I be frank? It's pretty garbage. Honestly, it's the easiest group that I've ever seen in a World Cup. I mean, it's Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. I mean, we said Salah is going to be good, and Uruguay. They're all going to play each other, and it's going to be interesting football because they're all pretty evenly matched. But I don't really see any of these teams making it past round of 16. I feel like as soon as they get there, they're going to be knocked out by somebody stronger.
Including Russia?
Especially Russia, honestly.
Do you think Russia, can doing well in this group?
They'll do well, but they are the lowest ranked team in the tournament right now, and their squad is very young and inexperienced. So I don't see them going far, even though they're home.
Well, Continuity is talking about the groups. We just saw the new teams, the best team, and the worst group for us. I think it's Russian group. But let's talk about what is your top 5 team?
I think the French will definitely go far. It's a very young, very PC team. They have a lot of already bona fide stars. Just name a few: Lacazette, Griezmann. They got Dembele. They got plenty of people who could actually make a difference in the playoffs, in the final. I can see Germany going far again. They are still the reigning champions. Cannot dismiss them. And I want to see how Brazil does. Honestly, they screwed up last time.
Yes.
So especially against Germany. So they're going to be eager to get back into it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And you, Rami? Do you have your?
Yeah. So before I talk about the top 5, though, I used to have the Netherlands, Holland in my top 5. However, due to having no quality players anymore, they didn't get to the qualifications of the World Cup. But I still have Belgium, Spain, Portugal, Germany, and Argentina in my top 5. So I think one of these will,
Dutch man praising Belgium. That's new.
No, but I have roots in Belgium, so I really am connected to them all the time. So it's really Belgium, again, UK, France, Portugal, Spain, or Argentina. That's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think all the top 5 teams for me are pretty much the same. I definitely think Argentina has a great shot at going pretty much all the way. I'm going to agree with you on Belgium too. I think they're kind of underrated. I don't think a lot of people realize the amount of good quality players they actually have. And then I think, of course, England, France, and Germany are going to be the last 3 for me because they always seem to kind of dominate this type of cup.
Well, I pretty much agree with all of that teams. I like Belgium, I like England, Brazil, and Germany. I don't know the 5. Like maybe I don't know. Iceland. I'm gonna say Iceland.
By the way, what happened with Chile?
No, bro, don't talk about that. Yeah, no one here have a team. Just you, Alex, maybe. Oh my God.
I still didn't get an answer though.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about the World Cup because we're not there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sad right now. Well, pick one. What is your surprise team?
Surprise team? I'll go with Denmark. I really like Ericsson. This is their first appearance in a while, as far as I can remember. So I feel like they're going to be eager to go through. They're in the group with France, Peru, and Australia, which I think they're probably going to finish top 2 with French. So they're definitely going to make playoffs. We'll see how far they go.
Yes. You, Chris?
I want to say Poland. I don't think they're they're not a horrible team, but they're also not a top-notch 5-star team. But they're definitely interesting. I think I wouldn't say they have a great shot at it, but I think they've got some players. They got Lewandowski that they could definitely make it a decent way through.
Nice, bro. Rami?
My surprising team might be Sweden, because I know that Ibrahimovic will not play in the national team, so they will do it the first time without him, which makes it very unpredictable how they're gonna do it. So I think that is my most surprising team.
They're in the group of death. I'm glad you mentioned that. So we'll see what happens.
I think I think Costa Rica have really good team and they can be the surprise team again.
I think they could. I think it's really at the hard group.
They have Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, but I think they can make it. They're playing really good. They have good players. They have Keylor Navas playing Real Madrid, so I think they can make it.
A funny fact about Costa Rica though is that each World Cup they got allocated with a group with only difficult playing countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to finish this podcast about the World Cup, just what is your favorite candidate and explain in 60 seconds why that team is going to win the World Cup.
I mentioned earlier the French. I think they're definitely going to go far. They have a fairly straightforward group. Group C, they got Denmark, Peru, Australia. It's the third time I think I'm mentioning that group in like last 10 minutes. But I think they're very young. I think they're very cohesive as a team. They reached the final of the Euros, and I frankly thought they should have won the final. That was very upsetting to me that Portugal won their late goal. I think as a team, French, pound for pound, are the best in this World Cup. So I'm looking forward to seeing them lift the trophy.
Yeah, so my favorite team is Belgium. I think Belgium will play strong, has good quality players, and has always been somewhere in the top 5 of the World Cup.
Yeah, I agree with everything that's been said, but I also think Brazil probably has one of the best chances to make it all the way and to win it. They just have a star-studded offense, defense, midfield. They have someone for every position, some of the best in the world. So I think it's fair to say that they're definitely going to make it very far, and I think it's very feasible that they actually win the whole thing too.
I think, well, my team, I think it's England. It's pretty much like Brazil right now. They have really young players. They are doing really good. They have fast player. They have a good goalkeeper, defense, and I think they can make it. And if they don't win this time, maybe next World Cup, because I think the average age is like 25 maybe. So it's really good. And they have like a really accessible group. So I think they can. If they don't win, they're gonna be at least in the final. Well, I have to thank you very much to Chris.
Thank you very much for having me.
Rami, of course. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Alex, really thank you to talk about this with us.
Of course, it's been a blast.
Well, goodbye, people. See you in the next occasion.